What is going on YouTube? It is Adrian Hawkins of HawkFit, and today we are bringing you part 2 of shoulder mobility. So with that being said, let's go grab the doctor and figure out how to loosen those tight shoulders.
We use a PVC pipe. We're trying to loosen up the minor pectoralis on the inside, minor pectoralis on the inside. The last time we did some work, we did work on the posterior muscle, so today we didn't work on the anterior muscle. We start with that stretch. A lot of times I would have a push-up or a bench press, just kind of warm and bring some blood in the area. It could be a wall push-up, a wall. For those of us who cannot do it, for those of us who cannot do a clear bench press or a push-up, I would do a wall push-up to start us off. And even that, if that's too easy, then even on the ground, we're doing push-up. What you need just to get blood into your chest. And then after doing that, I like to do rotation. Look at how that is. That rotates, and you slowly go to the back. Rotation, rotation, all the way to the front. Rotation. Especially this part where you're getting all the minor pectoralis. The inner, there's some muscle under your chest or under your rib cage called the thoracic transverse thoracic. Those are the rib cage muscles that retract and contract under the rib cage. So after doing that several times, so even this, where you pull in, pulling it so that that's being stretched, and then you do the reverse. Stretch it down. So you can see that. And that stretches. So after that, so the last time, so now I'll need you for this one. Yeah, so you can put your carry here, straight. So what happens is the therapy band is a constant elasticity. The elasticity of the therapy band is always going to be constant. Always going to be constant. So what happens is, as your muscles tire, the elastic therapy band stays the same. That's key. So as he does that, he's doing what? I'm doing slight bounces, so turn a little bit. I'm doing slight bounces while they constantly hold it. Try to be very rigid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you bring it forward, all the way, and then back. And then let's do a couple pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you go all the way, and then back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all the way, and then back. Now the tendency is to use your bicep. We're trying not to use your bicep to turn some more. You want that chest exposed as much as possible.
And that's exactly what I just did. I turned.
Exactly, 2, and go. Stop, and then back. Good, 1, 2, a little higher, 3, 4, 5, and then go all the way, and then last one, 1, 2, bring it back, 3, 4, 5, and go all the way, and then back. That's good. What did you feel on that? On those?
So the lactic acid definitely builds up right here. But on the third one, and you'll see it in the video, what I did is I tried to compensate by turning my body a little bit, dropping my arm, and letting the bicep take over, and I was called out for it.
Well, you can't have that.
So we can't have that. There's no slacking.
And then let's do the opposite, just to kind of even that out. So same thing. Try to keep that straight without using your bicep. 1, 2, 3 double pumps. Now here, 4, Keep turning, let me have that. There you go. 1, 2, I'm pumping the 3, do the 30 back. 4, 5, and then go all the way, all the way, all the way, and then back. 1.
So I'm feeling it right
2,
here.
3, 4, 5, and go. 1, a little higher, a little higher. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go all the way, all the way. Keep it high, keep it high. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. 1, and then back all the way, all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. And that's good. Where did you feel that? Did you feel that?
Don't let the band fool you. You will get tired. Fatigue kicks in. It's not a lot of weight and it's not heavy, but the fatigue is real and it will kick in.
So now we'll have him do the rotations like I did earlier, where you go around.
And that is about...
That's about it. So see how he folded his elbow? We don't want that.
That's about my limit.
Yeah, go wider on it. And keep your arms as straight as possible. All the way. Yeah, there you go. Good. So especially at some point, you're going to stop and let the minor pectoralis, which we were doing a moment ago, stretch. So go for it. Right, that, don't rush it through. Right there. There's a spot that's kind of catchy, and that's the part he wants to hold for a second and slowly around, and then back up. Slowly. Keep him straight, keep those arms straight. There you go. Good. So you tell him what that feels at that point. There's a certain point that you just feel tremendous stretch. Right there,
Right here I feel it quite a bit.
Yeah, and the tendency is to bend your elbows to take it a full circle, but we're not trying to do that. So keep going.
So right about there, I feel it.
Keep going. Right there.
Now the pressure's gone.
And then take it again. All the way,
starting there. I can feel it. Alright.
Nice. So
I feel it, especially quite a bit down here.
And that's where your decline press up too. It's a decline push up right under that line in there. So 2 more. And the challenge is, the narrower the grip, the harder it is.
Which is why I bent my elbows on the first one. It's too narrow.
But as you get better at it, the joint is supposed to rotate in that socket. The humerus is supposed to rotate in that socket. So all these muscles relieve or stretch out enough that you can go through that range of motion within that socket. 2 more. And then
so that's where I'm at. The first one I was on the end. Now I'm about right there.
Struggle with it a little bit, give it time, give it a moment. Straight on, keep going. There. And then slowly back. See that it wants to rush across that spot.
Yes.
So you want to try as much as possible to stay within that spot for a minute.
So slow it down at the part that it gets very tight. And when it's uncomfortable, that means you're doing it right.
Alright, so now we're done with that spot. Well, so you're still here. So you grab this. This is a thicker one compared to this one that we did. This is about 6-7 pounds. That's about 20 something pounds.
So this one's about the thickness of the finger. This one, not so much. So there we go.
Okay, so this becomes like a dumbbell fly. Because what's happening now, your grip, there's no handle. Earlier, we had a handle. Earlier there was a handle attached to the therapy band, but here there's no handle. So you have to grab it like as if you're handling a dumbbell. But only now you're working on your grip because it's a thinner deal. Okay?
So this is a forearm workout.
So you hold on to that.
All right.
Yeah.
Now you want some space on the end? Or you want it
yeah, a little loop on the end, but you're holding it this way.
Okay.
You're holding it that way. And then,
all right.
Yeah. So all it's going to do is isometric. So you'll see that pectoralis come alive in a minute.
Should we take the shirt off?
Yeah.
So they can see it?
Sure.
All right, hold on a second. We're going to take the shirt off real quick. So you can see what we're trying to work out here real quick.
Okay, right there. Bring your elbows a little bit, bring it in, more, right there. One, hold it there, 1, 2, bend your knees a little bit, 3, 4, bend your knees a little bit, you need 5, don't rotate with me, 6, you stay there, 7, there you go, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, straighten out a little bit, 14, 15, straighten out your hands a little bit. There you go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What did you feel in that?
So the goal was for me to keep my fist essentially in the screen of the camera, so you guys were supposed to see it the whole time. But towards the end you saw me kind of fading, fatiguing, and actually my body twisting. It was supposed to be straight, but naturally your body kicks in to compensate because it's not as strong as it wants to be in one area, so it's picking up other body parts to help pick up the work. And so you get tired, you get fatigued.
Well, the idea was to get his minor and major pectoralis to work isometrically without him doing what? Doing that movement. We wanted that to pick up, and that's what happened. But as he started to fade out here, he started to turn, and that's when his abs want to kick in to make up for that. But we cannot do that. That's part of the range of motion exercise that we're trying to do. We're trying to do work without the joint moving, so the muscle is completely isolated. Cool? Let's do the other side.
All right, so now you know the game. You're gonna check it out left side. We know how to play better.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so there we are.
1. And I have to get a good vector so that it's actually affecting that chest. 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel that in there? 7.
I do.
8.
My lat popped up.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, there you go. 18, 19, 20. Oh, 21. Use the pectoralis. Can you move that right shoulder to the right? 23, 20 to the right, 24, and 25.
He almost had me. Almost.
All right.
But you could see the lat popped out, the abs tightened, the shoulder started kicking in. Even the way I planted my feet was all to compensate for this muscle right here.
All right.
Or these two muscles that we were trying to use.
Okay. All right, so that's good. So again, one last time, let's see what the rotation looks like with that.
All right. Now we're back to this.
Yeah. See if you can bring it.
We're gonna go with about, the first one we're gonna go with about the same grip that we had before, or the same grip width. And now it's actually not as bad as it was the first time.
Yeah, and his hands are tighter on the pipe versus letting up a little bit. There you go. Good work.
All right. Now we're gonna slide it in just a little bit. We're gonna do a second one.
Yeah. Slowly.
See if I loosened up or I just got used to it.
It's called loosening up. Easy, easy, easy. Almost. Almost.
Right there, I can feel it at its max.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good work. Good work. Good work. That's very nice. That was pretty impressive.
When we first started, there was no way I was gonna do that. I'm not that flexible,
Right.
and you know I don't hide it. I don't stretch a lot.
And then the last piece, so let's roll it down. Okay, so I want your hands down. I want your hands to touch. Bring it down. So higher. Walk that completely down. And I want full contact on your way down towards your waist. As your elbows comes towards your waist, I want that to stay down. Bend your elbows a little bit. Bend your elbows.
I lost contact.
Okay.
Right here.
So, but that's where the tension is. So that's where we come in and do what? Press on that. The sternum clavicular right there. And then I pull. That's enough. Feel that? So that's it. We're trying to get started in from the top.
So my elbows move up a little bit.
That doesn't feel good, I'm sure.
That is not pleasant.
All right. That's the idea.
So that's about right there. So it's farther than I got before.
All right. So that will help with this bench press, any bench injuries, but most of all, range of motion on the anterior muscles of the chest. Opposite of what we were doing last week, which was posterior muscle. We're done with that. Okay.
All right. So stronger bench. That was a stronger bench. Requires a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more mobility. That was not pleasant, especially when he's putting all of his body weight and he's just pushing down, massaging, torturing your muscles, trying to get them to loosen up while you're being fully exposed and stretched. Your muscles are flexed and tight, and then he's pushing down and trying to rub out the stiffness. So it's a necessary evil at this point.
So this is a T7, T8, T9, T10. Bring your knees down, and then your hands can go down. So continuation of that form that was laying right in the middle of that line, or the spine. Breathe in. It's going to be really deep and out. I know you heard that one.
I heard it, I felt it. It's just a beautiful thing to get it all cracked out.
All right, well there you go. So we stretched out and increased movement on the front, and then we released the vertebrae and the segments that restrict that front movement. So he can be here. We stretched it, adjusted it, and did some deep tissue release, got those joints moving in that rotation vector, and we finished with an adjustment. All right? Thank you. We'll see you next time.